625 and back in the water, baby. Well, hello, this is Ranger Boats, Mercury Pro, Tony Lane. How's everybody doing out there? Hey, if you follow me on social media, you know that I just moved out to Lake Havasu, and I've been really trying to put in some work to learn this lake. Been a little bit difficult because this has been a strange fall and winter. The water is a little bit warmer than it's supposed to be, and the water's not clear as it should be. But anyway, I decided to just go out here and cover some water, put the trolling motor on high, and crank the heck out of this place. So that's what I did. As you can see on the front deck of my boat, there's only two rods, both crank rods. One of them is an 8-foot rod with a slow retrieve reel on it. That particular rod is a Daiwa Tatula Elite Series. It's a fiberglass rod, and that's very important when you crank it, and I'll tell you why in a minute. The other rod was a 7'2" Steez rod. That one was graphite, but that too was a very soft rod. That was also parabolic in nature. Reason why you want that parabolic rod with the soft tip when you're cranking, give these fish a chance to inhale the bait and you won't pull it away from them. You get much better hookups, and it really keeps these fish from throwing your bait as easy as they would with a graphite stiff rod, especially smallmouth out here in Lake Havasu. Anybody who's ever caught them, they are crazy. They do backflips, they do everything they can, and these softer rods help you land them, and that's for sure. Deep cranking, we're talking about in that 10 to 16 foot zone. What I'm throwing on both of these rods is 12-pound test fluorocarbon. I got one set up with a crank that goes down about 16 feet and the other one with one that goes about 12 feet. Here's a shot of that rod, 8-foot Daiwa Tatula rod, and as you can see, that fish choked it. There's the reel. That's an older reel. That's a Zillion. That's a 4.9 to 1. Yeah, that's a slow reel. But when you got that kind of torque on a deep diving crankbait, you don't wear yourself out throwing that thing all day. So what am I targeting out here? Well, again, that 12 to 16, sometimes 20 foot zone. As you're going down the lake, look for life. If you could find some shad birds working, some seagulls diving, anything like that, those are the areas that you want to start fishing in. Even when you see mud hens, they eat grass. So if they're eating green grass means bass, right? So what I would do, I'd use my Lowrance fish finder. I got that Navionics Platinum chip, and I'd line the boat up in that 10 to 20 foot zone until I start getting bites. Fire the crankbait out there as far as you can. Try to fish it parallel, sometimes uphill. Try to keep it in the strike zone. The more that you can keep that bait in that strike zone, the better chances you're going to get a bite on the way back to the boat. What does that look like? Well, I'm going to show you here in a minute. Look at that right there. That Navionics chip just gives it up. Those lines are really close together. That just means that's where the drop-off is, and that's where I tried to stay and target those fish. Again, if you look in the background, you see birds working. So as soon as I saw the birds, I went to work. And yeah, some of the fish you catch are going to be the other species, and you know what I'm talking about, these guys. But you know what? In desert lakes, when you catch these guys, you're also going to catch some smallmouth and some largemouth in there with them. And for me, these are bonus because guess what? Stripers make great fish tacos, and everybody knows that. Again, go down the lake, yeah, you're going to catch a lot of small fish doing this, but at the same time, you're going to get some big bites as well. On one day last week, I went out in like 3 hours. I got on the right fish, and I had my best five weighed almost 23 pounds. That was amazing. That's one of the best days I've ever had at this lake. And now that I live here, my goal is to learn this place and to try to be a threat in some of these pro-ams. If you take a look at this shot right here, I got that 7'2" graphite rod with a little bit faster reel, and that helps out a lot when you got that faster reel. Yeah, this is the one that with the crankbait was only going down 10 to 12 feet, so it wasn't wearing me out too bad. But when you hook one of these smallmouth or one of these largemouth that want to be an acrobat, it helps. Let's show you one more fish that was going to become a fish taco. Batteries, very, very important when you're going down the bait with your trolling motor on high all day. I choose Optima Blue Tops. You know what? Yeah, some guys run those lithium batteries, but I don't know about you guys. I can't afford them. So until the price comes down, the best battery that I know of is the Optimal Blue Tops, and that's what I run. 8 hours, 10-hour days, and you're still gonna have power. You're gonna make it back, and you're not gonna have to put your power poles down and just fish point because you don't got no more juice in your battery. Deep cranking. You know what? I'm starting to like it. I'm not really a crankbait expert, at least I'm not yet, but I think at this lake, I'm gonna put in some work and we'll see how my spring goes. There's one of the crankbaits I like. That's a CR16 and there's a CR13. Again, one goes from 10 to 13 and the other one goes down just about to 16 feet with fluorocarbon line. So, if you got any questions, hit me up on social media, on Facebook or on my YouTube page. And again, I know we got a reputation for Havasu not sharing information, but you know what? I will share information. Don't worry about that. TeamBlingFishing.com. Everybody take care and stay safe out there.